Hey, it is AceditGaming, and we are back with another Siege video today. I haven't done one of these in a while. So obviously we just started a new Siege season, and we're not quite settled into our rank yet, so this may not be the most difficult Siege that we've had. Alright, for this first fight, we're going to be going ahead with this Ajir, Mina, and Skogul against the Skogul, Beta, and Taurus. So basically the Mina is there to kill the Antares, the Iris is going to be stripping and providing some additional healing, and then the Skogul is there to tank the Antares as well as to provide the additional damage. So hopefully we get some control of the Antares right off the bat, and we actually didn't. We'll go ahead and silence this Skogul. And we get our rock up first, which is perfect. Of course, the Skogul gets stunned, which is not quite as perfect. And then the Mina misses the crit due to that crit resist. Let's see if we can go ahead and get a stun on nothing. Okay, but we'll get some crits here on the Antares. And actually, we might... we got just barely got the kill. We'll go ahead and strip that Beta. See if we can stun the Beta now. She's already used her Grant Life. We'll go ahead and silence this Skogul again. And our Skogul finishes off the Beta, and now we're pretty good at this point. Even if that Skogul were to get his rock up, we'd be good either way. So we'll go ahead and auto this one out and move on to the next fight. Okay, so for this next fight, we're going to be bringing in this Ramahan Skogul Chasun against the Kamun Skogul Mina. Now the basic idea here is that by bringing in triple wind, we really limit hopefully the damage that Mina's going to do because of the attribute disadvantage. She actually did get the crits on the Skogul, but it didn't do a whole lot. And then of course we've got our Chasun here to do some healing. We're going to go ahead and just try to get rid of this Mina first, because even though we've got attribute advantage over her, she's still the wild card. And we should be able to just nuke her out next with our Ramahan. Now we'll go ahead and Fallen Blossoms the Ramahan just to make sure we keep our health up. That Mina is very quick, but I think we're good. We'll get a glancing on her here. We'll go ahead and put our attack buff back up. And actually she turn cycled on me so much that I did not get the defense break. However, the turn 3 on the Ramahan, the Smother, damage increases as the enemy's HP status decreases. So even with the Kamun shield, I think there's a shot we could finish this Mina off here. Let's see. Oh, just missed, but it was enough to do the trick. We'll go ahead and turn cycle our Chasun right here, and that way we can heal right back up from that Kamun hit. So far the enemy Skogul has not put his rock up, so let's go ahead and see. Oh, we got resisted there, unfortunately. We'll just put glancing on this Kamun right here. We're going to avoid hitting that Skogul for the time being. Let's see if we can defense break the Kamun. We can. Oh, okay. That was, we didn't want to see that death right there, but I think we're still okay, honestly. We'll go ahead and Fallen Blossoms, and then we'll do that into our heal. So I turn cycled the Chasun a little bit. There we go. Oh, didn't quite get the kill. Let's see if we can put a glancing on the Kamun. We cannot. This is... Uh-oh. This is bad. I think we lost. Wow, I did not expect that. That came out of nowhere. I think there's a loss. Unless I miraculously survive. Wow. Okay. I'll take it. Didn't expect it, but I'll take it. I think I got a little bit lucky there. Okay, next up, we're just going to be doing a speed test against this Copper Dozer Imaceti, and we're also hoping that we can get the Dozer killed with our Lucian. 100% crit rate, so this is our fattest Lucian. We should hopefully outspeed the Imaceti. The Dova here is at 277, so not crazy fast, but usually faster than Imaceti. The big question is going to be, can Lucian get 2 crits on that Dozer? 2 crits will be enough. Okay, so we did outspeed as expected. Now, of course, the Imaceti and the Copper should be gone. Did we get the crits? We did. Perfect. So there's our first 2-man of the siege, and we'll move on to the next fight. Okay, next up, we are going to try another 2-man with this Teor Tetra against the Jean Eladriel Theo. Now, the basic idea here is that Tetra is going to provide the sustain and the protection against the Jean Provoke. We're going to try and freeze the Eladriel with Teor's skill 3 to start. Not the Eladriel, excuse me, the Perna with Teor's skill 3 to start. Unfortunately, we did not get the strip there, so we'll go ahead and just pop the Endure. And then the fortunate part there is that the Theomars went after the Tetra, so that gave us an opportunity to heal up a little bit. We still did not get the... Fortunately, we still did not get the strip there. Let's see if we can go ahead and... I mean, to be fair, this is a resistance team, and my accuracy is not crazy high. So I guess that was actually kind of reasonable. But we do need to get this Theo down before it goes crazy on me. Okay, this should hopefully get rid of the Theo. There we go. Now Eladriel's going to revive again. So this was a little bit of a risky two-man, I'm not going to lie. Especially because we have that attribute disadvantage against the Eladriel. But we should be able now to outspeed and go ahead and finish off this Theo, and then Eladriel is going to remain on cooldown. Now my Teor, if you guys have ever watched any of my previous videos with Teor, I didn't have him ruined really well. I did just switch him into Rage Runes, and that gave me a much better chance to be able to one-shot this Theo, which is part of why I tried this particular comp. So, I mean, you can see he did pretty good damage right there, 18k on the Jean. And, let's see, I still haven't gotten a single strip. Again, it's a resistance team, so it's not like it's unfair, but it is a little bit tough. It'd be nice if I had landed one strip. This would have gone a little quicker. But even... Oh, and he gets the double. He got back to it. Okay, so we'll take this out. Let's see, can we take out the Eladriel? We got the Eladriel out, so now we're good. This will be an easy... I could pretty much just auto out from here. Okay, this next two-man, I'm going to be really rolling the dice on a little bit. So we've got this Copper Dozer Imisetti, and we know that the Dozer will attack the Skogul. And then if we can kill the Dozer before he gets back around to his skill 3 again, I think the Garo can solo the rest of this team. So we're bringing in this Skogul, and we're just kind of rolling the dice that the Skogul will survive long enough to take a hit for me to gain control of that Copper. Not the Copper, the Bulldozer. So if I can get a stun on the Dozer, or if I can kill the Dozer outright, then I should be good. The Skogul is basically here as a sacrificial lamb, just because he's really high HP. So this team works out kind of nicely, so we're going to go ahead and just pop the Dozer right here. Now there goes the full power punch. The Skogul did survive, which of course was the dream. And let's see. The Copper did manage to kill us, but we've now got control of this Dozer, and of course Copper and Imisetti are both single hits, so as long as that Dozer is gone, and we don't get stunned too much, so we did get the Dozer gone, and now hopefully we can just stun this Copper right here, and Garo can basically just solo out. Once that Copper's gone, we're really perfect. I should have stunned there, to be honest. I just took the kill, and that was fine as well. I probably should have stunned. But either way, another successful two-man. This worked out quite nicely. It was a little bit of a gamble. If the Dozer had been able to kill my Skogul completely, I think I was probably fine. Actually, to be honest, maybe it wasn't a gamble, because even if the Dozer had killed my Skogul completely, they still couldn't have killed the Garo. The only risk I had was not getting control of that Dozer in time. So if I couldn't kill it or stun it, then I could have been in trouble. Okay, next up we've got another Copper Dozer Imisetti, and we're going to take a little bit of an easier comp this time. So basically, I will probably get outsped, but it really won't matter. That Dozer is going to go after my Skogul. It'll kill it or it won't. It doesn't actually matter. The Copper is going to go after my Aegir. Same thing. Doesn't really matter because I'm bringing the Amarna for the Resurrect. Once we have resurrected our team, the Aegir is going to gain control over that Dozer, and then they won't be able to get out another round of attacks on us, plus we've got the damage coming from the Skogul. So we're going to go ahead and just work on the Dozer early since he is... Wow, we actually outsped that Imisetti. I wasn't expecting that, but as I mentioned, we are deep in enemy territory. This is going to be some of their lowest quality runes. So the Dozer did about 40k, which is not terrible. And now, of course, the Dozer is stunned. Ooh, here's a big question. Let's see, that Copper's going to go after the Aegir, so I do not need to heal right now, and I'd rather save my cooldown. So instead, we'll go ahead and just see if we can get a defense break right here, which we got. So the Copper then, wow, almost 60k on the Aegir, which was pretty nice, but we got our Skogul Rock to land, we got our heal and our cleanse, and that is pretty much GG. Oh, is it GG? Yeah, it's GG, right? Because we can just keep control of this Copper, I think. Let's see, can we get some brands? Okay, yeah, now it's GG. I was thinking for a second, maybe I got overconfident there. I didn't know. Because obviously the Amarna lost 2 turns cooldown on the cleanse, and my Amarna is not violent. But yeah, it worked out fine, and we'll move on to the next fight. Okay, next up, just because I want to use some kind of new toys, we're going to go with this Gemini Bernard Cameron, and I do feel like I might be rolling the dice a little bit here on the accuracy checks, but it seems like it could be kind of fun, right? So we're going to use the Gemini. We're actually going to use the Bernard first, obviously, for the attack bar boosting. I might be the latest in the game ever to build a Bernard. I just built him a week or 2 ago. So we're going to use that Bernard for attack bar boosting. We're going to take our Gemini next, and he's going to get the strip and defense break and maybe a stun or 2 if we're lucky. And then we're going to come in with the Cameron. She's actually in a Swift Will build. Obviously the will doesn't really matter here, but we're going to go ahead and do our AoE attack with her first. Hopefully boost some cooldowns, plus she should do some pretty big damage in her speed crit damage attack. So let's see how this goes. Again, we're just kind of testing around, knowing that we're deep in enemy territory, knowing that the rune quality on the enemy side is probably not great. My Cameron should easily outspeed here, so we'll go ahead with our Bernard. I just made a mistake. I will no longer be able to strip the dozer because of Gemini's passive. Removes 1 beneficial effect if you have less effects than the enemy. That was a mistake. But not much I can do about it. We're going to have to just kill that copper and then see what happens with the dozer. So we'll go ahead and just kill the copper outright, or at least increase his cool time. So fortunately the attack bar boost went to the copper. And there's not a whole lot we can do here. We'll just defense break the copper again for right now. We're going to lose 1 of our monsters to this dozer right here. Okay, it was the Bernard. That was actually the perfect outcome. Now we can go ahead to attack all enemies and reset their cooldown speed. I think we're going to lose this one though. That was a really bad mistake on my part. Let's see here. We're going to need to do something about this dozer. So we got the cool time increased a little bit. We'll go ahead and kill the copper. Keep working on this dozer. We're going to need to get really lucky. At least we're turn cycling. That is a big deal here. At least we're getting our turn cycles. And okay. Dozer did not die. This should kill the dozer. Can Cameron solo Imacetti? This is going to be interesting. Can Cameron solo Imacetti? We got the skill resets here, so that's good. Yeah, I think we're good here. Yeah, we are. That was definitely a huge misplay on my part. Got very lucky, but we did get the win. And we'll move on to the next fight. Okay, next up we've got this Lauren, Miho, and Bastet. So what we're going to do is use our Jultan. Lauren will attack Jultan, and then Miho should just follow suit into the Jultan. If Lauren lands a defense break, the Triana is there for a little bit of death prevention and healing. Then the Ciara is going to take care of the Miho, and once the Miho's gone, the Jultan can just tank the Lauren for the rest of the match. So the Lauren actually missed the initial attack on Jultan, and with that shield there, I'm not going to detonate yet. Instead, I'm just going to turn cycle my Ciara a little bit and get a second bomb on the Miho just to be safe. We will go ahead and put our immunity back up just to make sure there's no like crazy stuns or anything unexpected. And let's go ahead and hit this Miho. We'll make the Miho hit us back, which then makes the Miho chase us again, basically, because we have our lowest health status on the Jultan. We'll go ahead and detonate now. That Miho's going to be gone. We also got a good hit on the Lauren. And the Lauren will continue to attack the Jultan and basically just do damage to itself and ultimately suicide. We can pretty much just ignore it from right here. I think it's going to just wind up dying on the next hit. It survived for 1, but that's okay. We'll go ahead and kill it here. And now we can just auto out and move on to the next fight. Okay, next up, we're going to try a 2-man, and honestly, at this stage, I've got 6 monsters left. I probably shouldn't be doing more 2-men, but this defense just looks too ripe. We're going to go with Tractor and Perna, so the idea here is the Tractor obviously cannot be defense broken. The Perna will provide some passive healing, and then the Perna is going to be able to do a lot more damage, and the Ritesh should glance on the Perna. So I don't know exactly what we're going to do with our next couple of attacks because there's not a lot of great two-man targets left, but I had to try this one. It just looked a little bit too tempting. So the Jean goes ahead and starts with the Provoke, which is fine, to be expected. Let's see if we get that glancing on the Perna, which we did, so we're good there. Now we got the stun on the Jean. It would be nice if the Perna had procced instead of getting stunned, ironically. Okay, maybe this wasn't too ripe then. That Perna's starting to look a little bit scary. So I think right here, do we go for the stun on the Jean? My accuracy is really low though. Or maybe what we try and do is just hit this Juno and see what happens. Because the Juno is providing those stuns. Okay, we got to our Eternity passive a little too quick. I want to see if we can get rid of this Juno. Let's see if we can get a Provoke right here. We did get the Provoke, which was really nice. We got stunned, which was not as nice. And that Juno is basically back up to full health, and it is countering and going off like crazy on me. My tractor can't get a turn, so this was a really poor decision on my part. I should not have tried this two-man. This would have, honestly, if I had Tetra, this would have been a great two-man. But this was just a bad choice on my part. I got greedy. And we could have had an easy 11-win siege. Instead, we're going to wind up with possibly not even a 10-win siege. We're going to go from 11 to possibly 8 or not, well, 9. Yeah, we'll go from 11 to 9 because the tractor can't solo from here. He's getting stunned too much. So, greed kills. That is the takeaway from this fight. Greed kills. I had 6 monsters left. I could have done 2 really easy fights. I had all my cleave teams left. I've just been trying to have fun this siege. So that was a mistake. But we'll move on to the next fight. Okay, since we have to continue with the two-man fights now, we're going to go ahead and try a two-man Wussa Barbara right here. So we've got attribute advantage. Hopefully the Kamoon can't hit too hard, and maybe he'll go after the Wussa. We're going to get some shielding and immunity. And then the real big key here is, can we proc the Endure on that Theo with Barbara's first hit? If we can proc the Endure, Chasun will obviously go ahead and do her Fallen Blossoms, but we will be able to hopefully, and we did get the Endure, so that's perfect. We should now be able to kill the Theo on our next hit before the immunity wears off. Maybe not, actually. We're not going to be able to kill the Theo just yet. There was a really nice sleep on the Kamoon. So the Theo, ooh, the counter was not good, but oh, there we go. We got the proc though, so that worked out nicely. And there we go. So I just realized I had actually had 9 monsters left. I've got 5 now, so we're gonna go ahead and just copper this team out really quick. We'll go ahead and kill the Juno with our Dozer, and then we'll go ahead and kill the Raitesh with our copper, and then just kind of auto out the Jean, just because we need that to finish off this base. Okay, for this last fight, we're going to try a Rakan Theo against this Varad Raitesh Jean. So there's not a lot of damage on the enemy side. What I'm hoping is that I can kill the Varad with the Theo before Jean provokes, since I'm starting with Will Runes. If I can get the Varad down, I feel pretty good about this team. Unfortunately, obviously, I'm not getting the Varad down, so maybe we can get a... I think we're just going to use our skill 1 on the Raitesh right here, since Jean just used her provoke. And, ooh, that was nice that we resisted. Ooh, okay, we got kind of lucky, I got to admit. We got very lucky, but let's see, can we provoke the Jean? We can. And we got our collapse and re-provoke. And we did not get the defense break right there. We got provoked, so that was not ideal. Rakan's doing work, but Theo is not. This is interesting. Okay, so the Raitesh heals, that's good. Now the Theo's probably getting frozen right here, which he does. A proc would be really nice. No, I meant a proc from me, not a proc from you, Varad, just to be clear. If we don't get that Varad down soon, yeah, I think Theo's Endure is about to get procced on a 2-turn provoke. Theo is gone, and there is no way, unfortunately, that the Varad is going to solo this. We'll see if we can... we didn't even get the provoke on the Jean that time. We can't do enough damage, unfortunately, to that Varad, is what it looks like is going to happen. Unless I just go crazy on the collapses, which... Ooh, collapse crit? Okay. But now my collapse is off cooldown, unfortunately, so I'm going to take all these hits with glance. That was a glance. That was good. Collapse. Oh, well, I can't collapse yet, obviously. All right. Provoke. We got the provoke. Collapse. Die. Almost. Not quite. Nope. Okay, that was a good collapse. If we could get something down. Wow, okay, finally a collapse there. There's another collapse. Wow, come on, Rakan. Do your thing. Do your thing. Do your thing, Rakan. If he could collapse back on this Ritesh right here. Oh, he can't, but okay. Can we kill the Ritesh? Maybe. Maybe. Do your thing, Rakan. Come on. 1v3 this bitch. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, no, not the invincibility. Not the invincibility. Okay. We're still resisting here. Got the collapse back on the Varad. Refresh that. Can we kill it? We killed the Ritesh. Got the collapse on the Jean. Revenged. Oh! Go! Go! Rakan is a beast! So the idea here obviously was that the enemy team didn't have much damage, but wow, Theo was so ineffective, and boom, the Rakan goes. Alright, so that was actually a really sweet finish. So we wound up with 11 wins on this siege. We didn't get penalized for that greedy try with the tractor. We got kind of lucky on a couple of these. I gotta be honest, this easily could have been a 9-win siege. The Rakan won, and I know there was one fight early in the siege that I won, that Skogul, where I won with like 1 HP. So nice when the RNG gods favor you. Hopefully you guys enjoyed watching it. As always, I appreciate you watching, and we'll see you next time. Hey guys, if you're still with me to this point, then that means that you probably liked the video, found it entertaining, or even better, both. So please smash the like button, hit the subscribe button, and leave a comment down below, because those things help the channel grow, and more importantly, they show me that the video is useful, and that's the whole reason I do this in the first place.